Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we dig into your sources and pull out the gems for you. Today, we've got a really interesting stack of materials you sent over, all about something fundamental for language learners.
That's right. We're focusing this deep dive on building vocabulary. It's actually probably the most common question learners ask. How do I learn more words?
Right, or maybe even more importantly, how do I actually remember them and, use them?
Exactly. Those are the big ones. So our mission today is to extract some really useful everyday expressions related to learning vocabulary itself.
And show you how to use them so you sound natural, confident,
Yeah,
like you really own them.
precisely. Moving beyond just, recognizing a word on a page.
Okay, so let's start with the basics then. When we say building vocabulary, what are we really talking about? Is it just finding totally new words all the time?
That's a great place to start because, well, it's definitely not only about brand new words, though that's part of it. At its heart, it means expanding your word knowledge, yes, but crucially, getting good at using those words actively,
Yeah.
in speaking or writing.
Gotcha. Active use.
But there's another layer, too.
Mhm.
It's also about refining what you already know, learning better, maybe more natural ways to say things.
Ah, okay. So it's not just adding new vocabulary, but upgrading the vocabulary you've already got.
Exactly that. Think about, instead of always saying very good,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you start using amazing or fantastic without even thinking.
Right.
Or instead of just, I don't know, which can sound a bit blunt sometimes, you shift to, I'm not sure, or maybe,
Yeah.
I'll have to check on that.
Yeah, those sound much smoother. They aren't new ideas, but the phrasing itself it adds polish.
It really does. It adds nuance and fluency, and that's huge for how you come across. So today, we're going to unpack 3 core phrases that pop up all the time when you're dealing with words.
Okay, 3 key phrases for you listening. What are they?
We're going to look at, first, look it up.
Okay.
Second, add it to your list. And third, it slipped my mind.
All right, let's jump into that first one. Look it up. Seems simple, but what's the deal with this phrase?
Well, simply put, look it up just means to search for something. Usually a word, maybe a fact,
Yeah.
in a dictionary, online, wherever.
It's like the instant reaction when you hit something you don't know, right? Reading, listening.
Exactly. It's your immediate action. And it's just so much more common in conversation than saying something formal like, I will search for the definition of this word.
Yeah, nobody says that. Why is look it up so natural?
I think it's the efficiency. It's short, it's active, it implies a quick check. We often say it really fast, like, oh, I don't know, I'll look it up later. Or hang on, let me look that up real quick.
Right, very quick.
It just signals that immediate intention to find out.
Mm-hmm.
The sources gave good examples like, I didn't know what stubborn meant, so I looked it up. Simple, direct.
Or you should probably look up that idiom before the quiz. Makes sense.
It's just woven into how we talk about finding information. And often, when you look something up, that leads right into our next phrase.
Ah, okay, which is add it to your list.
Yes. Add it to your list.
This one feels crucial. I mean, just looking a word up is one thing, but actually doing something with it,
Right.
that's different. Writing it down somewhere.
Absolutely. It's that next step. You encounter a new word, you look it up, and then, if you want to remember it, you need to capture it somehow.
Right.
Adding it to your list is the perfect way to talk about that action.
It makes it active, not passive.
Exactly. You're taking ownership.
Yeah.
Our sources show how naturally it fits in conversation. Ooh, that's a useful word. I'm adding it to my list.
Yeah, I can imagine saying that.
Or maybe giving advice. When you hear a new phrase you like, add it to your list so you don't forget it later.
And a practical tip here for you listening, that list can be anywhere. A note on your phone, a little notebook you carry.
Or sticky notes. Whatever works for you.
Right. The key is having it somewhere you'll actually see it again. That's how you start to really build that resource.
It becomes a living collection. Okay, so phrase number 3.
Number 3, it slipped my mind. This one is just, it's everywhere in spoken English. What's the core meaning?
It slipped my mind. Basically means you forgot something. But, and this is the important part, it implies the forgetting was unintentional. It wasn't carelessness exactly. It
Yeah.
just kind of floated away for a moment.
Right, it suggests you intended to remember. Like, I wanted to, but oops.
Precisely. It carries this subtle politeness, saying, I forgot.
Yeah.
Can sometimes sound a little abrupt, maybe even like you didn't care enough to remember.
Yeah, it can land a bit hard sometimes.
But it slipped my mind, softens it. It says, oh, shoot, I meant to do that. I know it was important, but my brain just, whoops. It maintains that social connection better.
That's a great way to put it. It's about social grace, almost.
It really is. The examples from the source are perfect.
Oh no, I was going to review my vocabulary list last night, but it totally slipped my mind.
You can hear the mild frustration, right?
Totally. Or, sorry, meant to send you that word list. It completely slipped my mind. It's an apology and an explanation in one.
It just sounds so much more natural and frankly relatable than a flat, I forgot. You'll hear native speakers use this constantly.
Definitely one for you to try incorporating. Okay, so we have our 3 phrases. Look it up, add it to your list, and it slipped my mind. Let's put them together.
Right, let's hear how they might sound in a real quick chat. Imagine 2 friends, let's call them Anna and Leo, talking after their English class.
Okay, listen for the phrases and how natural they sound in context.
Hey, Leo, you remember that word the teacher used? Something about being unwilling, like reluctant. Was that it?
Leo. Reluctant. Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I didn't know that one either. I need to look it up.
Good, not just me then. Yeah, I meant to add it to my list right after class,
What?
but then we started talking and it totally slipped my mind.
Leo. Same here. Total brain fog. Tell you what, I'll look it up when I get home. I'll text it to you.
Anna. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Okay, cool. Let's both actually add it to our list this time then, yeah.
Leo. Deal. We'll make sure it sticks.
Okay, great little example. Let's just quickly pull that apart for you. Anna starts with something like reluctant.
Yeah, that's something like is so typical when you're grasping for a word you almost have. It's tentative, invites confirmation. Very natural.
And Leo's response, I need to look it up. Bang. Simple, direct action statement.
No fuss. Then Anna combines 2 of our phrases beautifully. I meant to add it to my list, but it totally slipped my mind.
It flows so well. Explains the intention and the forgetting all in one go.
Exactly. And the whole exchange just sounds like, well, like people talking, relaxed, everyday stuff. It shows these phrases aren't textbook examples. They're real tools for communication.
Okay, so let's move to our Fluency Builder segment. This is where we help you swap out maybe more basic phrasing for these slightly more natural, idiomatic expressions we've covered.
Right. The goal here is to help you sound less like you're translating in your head and more like you're just speaking English fluently. These phrases add that layer of authenticity.
So let's take a basic idea. Instead of saying something like, I will search for the meaning of that word.
Much more naturally, you'd just say, I'll look it up. Quick, casual, done.
Perfect. Okay, how about this one? I forgot to write that word down.
The smoother, friendlier way. It slipped my mind. It just lands better in conversation, feels more human.
Definitely. And one more. Instead of a simple, I'll write that word down.
Try. I'll add it to my list.
Yep.
It implies more purpose, right? That idea of building your vocabulary, collecting words. It's not just jotting it down, it's adding to your arsenal.
Excellent. Those contrasts really highlight the difference. All right, that feels like a good place to wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah, it does. So to recap for you, we looked at 3 really practical phrases for navigating vocabulary learning.
Look it up for finding out what something means.
Add it to your list for actively capturing new words.
And it slipped my mind. For explaining when you forget something unintentionally.
We really hope you give these a try. Seriously, look for a chance this week, maybe talking to someone, or even just thinking to yourself in English.
Practice using them.
Yeah.
That's how they start to feel comfortable and automatic.
And please remember, building vocabulary. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time. Be patient with yourself, celebrate the small wins, and, try to have some fun with it.
Absolutely. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, maybe you could add our show to your list for next time.
Nice one. And maybe a final thought for you to mull over. What's one new word or phrase you've come across recently? How are you going to make sure it doesn't slip your mind this time? What's the next insight you're going to consciously add to your list?